Hi, we are here with,
Daniel Denegre.
and what are you here at the Shockerfest showing today?
I'm showing Firemount. It showed earlier at 11:30. It's a dark, alternative, medieval kind of swords and sorcery fantasy movie.
Oh, I would have enjoyed seeing that then.
Yes, it was on at 11:30 a.m. So only a couple of people made it in. About
They're still in bed on Saturday.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was like that was the showtime. But yeah, no, everybody was there, enjoyed it. Did the Q&A after, and that was it. So it's the first time it's played. I've been here live seeing it. This is the first time for that. So
how did it feel to see your project on the big screen?
Well, it's intense for sure, because you're kind of like you're watching the film, thinking about all the stuff behind the scenes that you know about. You're also kind of tense because you're listening to everybody, kind of trying to feel what the audience is feeling, seeing if they're enjoying it or not.
Kind of like Ed Wood in the movie.
Yes.
When he says,
yes.
"I need to go see what my fans are thinking."
Yeah,
He's
you're
watching.
just like sinking in your seat a little bit. And you're like, but then you get done.
And then people throw popcorn at you, and you run to your car.
Yeah. So it's like a mixed thing and mixed experience of pleasure and pain, and then but in the end, it's entertaining for sure. It definitely is addictive. If you want to do it again.
So how many cities are you showing your film in?
2 so far. Seattle, here. I'm sorry, and then San Francisco as well. So 3.
So have you done? Is this the first stop for it?
This is the second one it's been to. The first one that I've been to with it. So it's just in the very beginning of its film.
So is it up for awards today for the Shockerfest?
Well, it did get nominated. Best sci-fi fantasy, I think, was nominated for. And so tomorrow at the awards, we'll see what happens.
So you're kind of excited about this?
Yes.
Who votes for it, for the film?
No idea. I don't know if it's audience award or if it's panel of judges or what. But
because you need to find a panel of judges and pay them off right.
Yes, exactly. You got to bribe. Hands bribes
yes.
out. Yeah.
I've got this really cool mint and package Han Solo.
Yep.
You could take the Chewbacca.
Exactly. We'll do a trade-off here.
This is Modesto area. We know you like Star Wars.
Nice. Oh, that's right. Lucas is from here, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, cool. 10-4.
Yeah. So, what were your influences for the film, and what made you decide to go sci-fi instead of horror or?
Well, it's more in the fantasy, but it is like a sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah, because I realized that when I made a mistake. But then you kind of forget that because sci-fi tends to be lump fantasy and them together at this day and age.
I mean, it's kind of an umbrella for fantasy in a way, in terms of the genre. I think sci-fi could be fantasy, could be sci-fi. In any case, but my inspirations, I guess, would be some various animes. Mad
Which
Max, Lotus War, Berserk.
Great series,
yes,
Lotus
awesome
War.
Series. And Mad Max, of course, the kind of like lone character, lone hero.
Which Mad Max one? All of them?
Road Warrior.
Road Warrior, yes.
Yeah, the best one. I mean, a bunch of other movies. Visually, I don't know, what would I say? I mean, visually, I'm trying to think. There's probably a dozen films that have influenced me. I can't name any, but
Conan the Barbarian.
I'm sorry.
Conan the Barbarian.
Actually,
Deathstalker.
Probably the opposite of that. Like that's a movie I would love, but at the same time, I wanted to get to something that was a little more gritty and realistic, but also kind of surreal. So you didn't have like the. I wanted to avoid any sort of cheesiness, mostly because it was one of my, I guess, new films. Earlier films. And, basically, if it had gone, I felt if it had been cheesy at any given second, if it had seemed not real.
So you wanted kind of a Peter Jackson thing?
Kind of, yeah.
Where they make you feel that this is historically correct, and if
exactly.
this was
within its own world, I want it to feel completely real.
But then Oliver Stone pulled that off in the first Conan.
He did. I mean, it was in its own world. I just, in my world, I wanted to have a certain type of look. So that's what I'm saying. It's the opposite of Conan. It was
you didn't want He-Man look.
I didn't want He-Man look. Right. He had I pictured him more. I took it like to a more down-to-earth approach, like a real traveler. He's real worn. What would he actually be wearing? What's this guy going to be like? How's he going to fight? How's he going to talk? What's
so you play Dungeons and Dragons, huh?
Sure, yeah.
When you said that, I think this, I think that way.
It's all backstory, yeah.
Because World of Warcraft doesn't allow that. Dungeons and Dragons tabletop does that.
That is. Yeah.
Because you got to think about how's my character going to act? Is he kind of sly? Mm-hmm. No, I wear a hood because I'm evil. That doesn't make you evil.
It's like what kind of part's he going to play? So you got to look at the character and then the world around it. So, and a lot of it was just images I had in my head, So I wanted to make them, and that was kind of part of where it came from.
So was he a character that you had done like, let's say, in a D&D game, or someone you kind of inspired from a book?
No, he was like an amalgamation of all the things that I've been inspired by, and sort of drawing from my own personal emotional experience a little bit, just trying to come up with a story that I would like to show about things that I've kind of gone through, and a character came out of that. So that's sort of him. So he's, I don't know, a mix of everything,
Yeah. But were you happy with the outcome of it?
I was, yeah. I mean, on set, the look of the film kind of blew us away, and like it technically visually, it's come together really well. And then story-wise, it's solid. You know, there's a lot of things I learned from the film as well. Well, not just story-wise, everything. You know, I mean, fighting, editing, doing the lighting, doing the set construction, everything really. I could go on.
Funny part is, as much as you know about a film,
yeah.
even building, like us building TV shows, week in, week out, every once a month or twice a month, staying on these milestones, you still learn.
Yeah.
You still try new stuff, just because you go, if Robert Rodriguez could do this with no budget, I think I can do it.
Exactly. Well, and yeah, it's like I try to make as many creative choices as I can, smart choices to get around our constrictions, you know?
Yeah.
And so from that, I've learned from both the successes and the mistakes, you know? So.
And sometimes there's always those happy mistakes. You go, I didn't see it that way, but that was awesome.
There's millions of those things. Like, you just be in the editing room or on set, and all of a sudden, like, something will pop up, and you're like, cool, that works, let's do it, you know? So,
yeah. So, any last words to future filmmakers in this area that you'd say for them to watch out to or try?
I would say keep going, make as much good stuff as you can, learn what you can. I don't know. Just go out there and kick some ass, do what you want to do, you know? Make some films.
Well, thank you.
That's what I want to do, you know? So.
And have a nice evening.
Oh, thank you.